podcast. So today's topic, we'll be talking about photography as a tool for storytelling. Photography as a tool for storytelling. Don't forget that photography is a visual representation that can actually help you read meaning to things. It can be subjects, objects, landscapes, arts, illustrations, elements that can also help you get meaning from something. And don't forget that photography can also be used for branding, adverts, and many more. And in storytelling parts, storytelling is a way of actually telling stories through emotions, through different ways to actually get the attention of people or to pass a message across to different mediums. And for you to actually use photography as storytelling, you must have these basic photography tips or knowledge, in which is the camera. Don't forget that the camera is a licensed device that helps you to actually record the pictures or videos. And lighting is a way of lighting up the objects or subjects so that the people can actually feel. And lighting is in different parts depending on the type of light. When you use a particular one light, there's a way the shade is going to come. Even when you're outside the sun, the sun is always coming in one direction, so you know where to stay and where not to stay when you're using one light. And the standard light in professional photography is 3 lights, so that you can actually complement. So when one of the shade is coming, the other shade is actually complementing it and the rest. So don't forget that you also need to have these techniques about photography: how you snap, how you set your camera, how you position your camera. Are you snapping from the high angle, low angle, side, crop shot, type of shots? So those are the basic knowledge that you should have if you want to be a better storyteller using photography. And the concepts of your story, the ideas, is really important. So are you telling the way other people are telling, or are you telling from the end of the story instead of the front of the story or the beginning of the story? So your concept really matters. You don't have to do what people have done. So you really need to come out clean and classic and natural. So your concept is very, very important. Even aside you carrying your cameras, carrying your lights, being at the corner of your room and trying to draw out how your story is going to be classic and nice. So those are the preparations before you actually come out to shoot. So, and don't forget that you have to actually fuse these concepts to your photography so that people will be able to actually relate with it very well. These are tips that you should know about using photographs to storytell. And the first thing is to keep it simple and classic. You want to actually keep your story very simple. You want people to be able to relate it. Yes, you want to actually draw them near to you so that they can be able to actually relate with your story. And don't forget that keeping it simple does not mean that you should now make it very like other people know. You have to make it classic. You have to, give it a grade. And don't forget that you have to also engage your audience. Engaging your audience means that you are trying to, bring them to your story, let them actually relate with it. It is when they love it, they can be able to actually, want more details. You can be able to actually get their interest to whet their appetite. Don't forget that you have to also narrow your story, because people we are different. We have different line of thought, so you really need to guide their thoughts from where their story or when your story is coming from, so that they can be able to think the way you think and be able to actually feel and enjoy the story more. And you also need to tell in details. You really need to tell with your emotions, anger, depending on your concepts. The last one, you have to post your story. It is when you actually post this thing that people can be able to relate with it. People can be able to love your work. You can actually develop confidence to actually do more. So these are the tips of using photograph to tell a story. And in this our podcast today, we're able to actually learn how to use photography to actually tell a story. And I'm sure you actually enjoy this lesson. If you have further questions, you can actually drop it in our comment box, and our other podcasts will be coming up soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Love you.